Yeah! Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We got a good show for you tonight. Not even a stop at the emergency room could keep me from my show tonight. So, for some of you who don't know what happened to me, is I had a little mishap while fishing. I was getting my gear ready. I was going to move to the spot where I was going to go fishing. I had my rods all set up, and one of the hooks got caught on the wagon. And while I was, trying to get that hook undone, I hit the other rod, and a hook comes and nailed me right in the eyelid. And so I had a hook in my eyelid for about a half hour or so. So one of my friends, part of the flight club, cut the line close to the hook, and I could still see. I got in my car, and Daryl was packing up all my stuff, and I did a search on the phone looking for the closest emergency room, and luckily there was one 5 minutes away. Got there. I was the only one there. I mean, the only patient. So I was in right away, and they got me taken care of, and they numbed my eye. They stuck a needle in my eyelid, numbed it, and the doctor came in, and whoop, there it is. I was relieved and disappointed at the same time because I thought I was going to be there all flippin' day. I thought they were going to get pliers out and cut it and then pull it through. But all it did was the end, the tip of the hook, just penetrated, and it didn't penetrate enough to where the barb would have caught. So, luckily for me, it was just a real easy removal, and they put that red stuff in your eye, and then they darken the room, and they come at you with this blue light to check you for infection. No damage to the eye. Thank God. Thank God, no damage to the eye. So, let's see, what else? They put some Neosporin on my eyelid, so that's when my eye is a little red there. And they gave me a tetanus shot, so I got a little bit of blood on my shirt here. So I made it. I'm back. Got home. Took an hour plus nap on the couch, and boy did I sleep. And man, it's great to be here. So let's let's get this show on the road. Let's welcome all the way from Port St. Lucie. He's the man with the silky, deep voice. Oh, he's gone now. I guess silky was the word that knocked him off. But all right, we'll go over to the thunder from down under. It is Dominique.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Wasn't expecting to be put in first, but
well, Bill, just before, like a millisecond before I popped in, then he came back. So we'll bring him in shortly. So, how's the weather down there? Is it spring-like? Is it warming up?
Get there, yeah.
Good. You got your spring coming up in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, the official equinox, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sort of quasi spring at the moment, halfway between winter and spring currently. We get a couple
Okay.
of really nice days, but the days are getting longer.
That's good. That's good. Our days are getting shorter, but summer is still holding on here in Colorado. We've been in the 90s the last few days.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring in our friend all the way from Port St. Lucie. He's the man with the silky deep voice, the Lauren Bacall voice of talk shows. Let's welcome Uncle Bill.
Hi, Artie.
Yes, that's right.
There you go. I'd say looks just like you. What do you think?
That's right.
Artie, you're not supposed to, poke yourself in the eye with.
No.
Yeah.
If I put my sunglasses back on, I would have been fishing today. But I tied my hooks and I didn't put my hat and my sunglasses back on. Otherwise, the hook would just bounce right off the sunglasses. So
let's test the audience. Do you guys know who this is or what this is?
Make a Steve.
No, what's behind Bill? That creature.
Okay.
What movie was that from?
Toxic Avenger.
No. I'll give you a hint. The leader was Pinhead.
Someone already got it.
Oh, Hellraiser. Yep.
There you go. Hellraiser.
Unlimited Vertigo. Congratulations.
He's a
You
Cenobite.
did not win anything.
He's a Cenobite. Yeah. There you go. I see Don's here. I knew Don would get it. Don knows everything.
Okay.
Especially anything having to do with movies or videos or.
Now I did have a Cinnabon.
Yeah, I couldn't quite remember how to spell it, so Cinnabons kept coming up when I was googling the information. But yeah, Cenobite.
Yeah, you should use an E instead of an I, like Cinnabon. Anyway, let's welcome Michael Fly Zone FPV, and we got Warren Akira Show. We got Don Mudball Creative, and we've got Michael. Cool. He's a cool cat. He's so cool. And we got Johnny Mac 26. Hey Johnny.
He's so cool. How cool is he?
He's very cool. He's really cool. Yep.
Okay.
And we got Steve Knowles. He knows it all. Mark R. White, Unlimited Vertigo. Don't know his name. If you guys know his name.
Who?
We got Mika Steve. I bet that's Steve. So
yeah.
Hey Steve. And we got Bill, Chin Dynasty Drones. Welcome. Who else we got? Dominic, Northside Hawk. Majority, Little Sharp, Boat Shark, Jim, Boat Shark. And we got Waypoint, New England. Cool. Waypoint, New England.
Brian.
Maddie's Drone World. Matt 0420. It's 420 somewhere in the world. And we got Chuck Kovac. And welcome everybody. Oh, right. Cool.
I didn't see that.
Yes?
Nothing. Please continue.
Nothing. Okay. We'll start off. Before we get started, I've added some more effects. So I've got
Pikachu. I'm sad that I even know what that was. That's one of the Pikachu creatures. I don't know which one was that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dominic will like this one.
Uncle Roger gonna try my best to behave myself. No yelling at customer unless they are idiot.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Mhm.
Shrimp Wayne is like Jamie Oliver, full of shit.
Oh, Bill, you'll like this.
This will teach you to listen to authority!
Cartman's the best.
Yep.
Funniest racist I know.
To infinity and beyond.
I hear he's gay now.
But
Good for
how many
him.
chances do I get to wear this?
Enough about your wardrobe malfunction.
Don't recognize that one.
So what's the big idea cooking up some chow and eating without even inviting me?
Meow, don't be so dramatic. Of course we've saved you some.
Right. Even drama queens need a complete breakfast.
If you just kept that last part by itself would be great all by itself. Even drama queens need a complete breakfast. That just that part would be all you need.
Yep. So we got some good sound effects. So.
Good is it objective, subjective? Yep. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, good for you, Artie. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. So let's talk about, is your firmware up to date? How important is it to keep your firmware up to date on your drones? Take it away, Bill.
I don't know. It all depends. I mean, yeah, you want to keep it up to date in case there's anything real that's going on that you may want, or any new features that you may want to have. But then don't forget that sometimes they take things away when they do a firmware update. You know, if it's going to keep your drone flying because there's changes in the platform you're using, say you're using Android and Android 13 doesn't work anymore unless you know, then of course you have to update it. You can't fly. If it's tweaking and it's not something that was bothering you to begin with, I wouldn't bother. But then if it keeps bothering you every time you turn the drone on,
Yep,
I update. You know, I mean, but there's times when you update and you're sorry because it breaks things.
right. And also, you want to update your batteries because a lot of times they'll say your batteries are not compliant or up to date. So you gotta go through all your batteries and get them up to date. So because that way they I don't know if it's to keep track of how many cycles your battery's gone through. What say you, Dominic? How important is it in your neck of the woods?
Well, I always like to keep firmware up to date. Just, for being a stickler for, I'm trying to think the exact word, to be attention to detail. I always like to keep things up to date, just in case.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you because and to be totally honest, which I'm usually not, but to be totally honest, I update everything immediately. Windows, my phone, the drones, whatever, and I do it. But the bottom line is, I've regretted it many times. Sometimes it's best to let other people do the updating first, you know, and then wait for the fix for the last update. You know, it just happens. You don't want to be part of that test crowd that is the percentage that it destroyed your. I'll give you an example. Remember that little what's that little drone I had that I gave away at the meetup? Tello. My Tello. The app wouldn't work on Android 12. Just wouldn't work, and they're not updating anymore. I actually had to use an Android 11 phone to fly the thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean, they may have fixed it by now, but that went on for a long time because they don't care. Because it's not updated.
You're right there, Steve.
Yep. So, and let's welcome Lloyd, the grumpy vlogger. Welcome. Good to see you.
Do you update your? Do you have Windows or do you have Apple?
I have Windows.
I have a Mac.
You have a Mac. Do you guys?
Oh,
Well, Mac has updates too, quite a few. Do you run your updates all the time?
Yep.
Or you wait for it to tell you better update now because you're about to break?
No. I see. If I see that little number on the badge, I'm going. I hate seeing those numbers. It always looks untidy to me.
Well, yeah, and you know what's funny? I'm not an Apple guy, but I do have an iPad, so I know exactly what you're talking about. That little on that round. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I like to keep
you see a number.
And I'm weird about Windows because I actually, whether it tells me or not, I run the update every night before I get off the computer to see if there's anything there. Because most of the time it's just an update. Because I use, because I like to live dangerously, I use the built-in Windows antivirus. And more times than not, that's all it is. It's just an update to the definitions. For that. Which is always good to have. It's always good to update your antivirus. That's it. That's all I had to say.
We've got Richard Wagner in the chat. Welcome, Richard. Good to see you. So yeah, updates. Do they have updates for if you have one of those smart TVs?
Yeah, they update those all the time.
Okay. Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, I
just got a new TV.
I have not updated any of my TVs. It's funny you should bring that up. Because when it comes to TVs, if they're working, I leave them alone.
Okay. Good.
That's
hey, we got Jody, Drone Shots. Jody, did your package arrive? I hope you enjoyed the Cadbury. No Cadbury this week. I got something different. Toffee is back.
Yay!
We've got Choco Love, almond, sea salt, dark chocolate. And then I have the regular milk chocolate one that doesn't have salt in it.
There was an explanation for that once upon a time. Don says Macs rarely get viruses just because of the percentage of market that they have. There's less reason to write. There's less reason to write viruses for those. Not that they're any more solid than anything else. There's just less drive to do it.
Right. Same with Linux.
Yeah.
Well, Linux servers do get hit, and Linux servers are very popular. I mean, it's usually Microsoft or Linux. You're not seeing a Mac server out there. They're not in that market. Right. But of course, they're both based on Unix. If you remember the lawsuit back in the day. Yeah. But anyway, it's funny you should mention what did you just show? Because I have pralines and cream right here.
Ooh, this is chocolate.
Mine's better.
Yeah, I bet it is. Well, you guys will be the guinea pigs. You'll be the ones giving me a report on if this toffee is you know what, I think it's going to be just as good. It'll probably be a step up from Heath Bar. Oh, I hated Heath Bar. They're hard as a rock. You could break a tooth trying to chew that stuff. Yeah.
Maybe they just want you to suck it.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to.
That's what she said.
Why do you got to chew it? No teeth. You don't have to chew it. I like Heath bars. Don't be like that. They're thin.
Yeah.
You take a little fish hook and you break them up.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that.
All right, you could have lost an eye. It's all fun and games.
Yep, that's right. Yep. That'll ruin your fishing trip.
Yeah. Did you actually leave right away, or did you
Yes, I did.
Top it out and fish.
I thought it might be like just stuck a little bit, and I could like kind of pull it, and I go, no, that's not working. So I had my buddy Daryl, come over here. I need you. Cut the line.
I need you to pull it. So,
Yeah.
did it hurt?
No, not really.
Huh?
No, it just felt like, something poking me in the eyelid. It was kind of uncomfortable. And you could see this fish hook dangling from my eyelid in front of my eye. And so I got in the car. Daryl got all my stuff in the car. And while he was doing that, I was on the phone, found the nearest place. It was 5 minutes away. Got there lickety split, and it worked out great. So,
How's it feel now?
feels a lot better. It feels a little swollen, and you can probably see let me put myself on big.
Ah!
That it's a little red.
Yeah. They give you an antibiotic?
Yep.
Tetanus shot?
Yep.
Figured that.
Yep.
When was the last time you had a tetanus shot?
About 6 years ago, before I went to the Philippines.
Well,
First time.
You're still within. I think they say said these say 10. I think they say 7 now. So it's still better safe than sorry.
Yep. We got Jerry Bauer. Welcome. Good to see you, sir.
Plus, they get to charge your insurance for the tetanus shot. So
Yeah. Well, at least it's not the Japanese encephalitis shot, which is $500. Yeah. Where all the other shots are just under $100.
what would it cost you if you got Japanese encephalitis?
What it would cost me is a funeral and burial expenses and
Yeah. Well, you could always burn.
yeah, then
My wife and I think we're going to do that. Nobody's
okay.
going to come visit us anyway. Just
How do you know? Maybe her relatives from the Philippines might come, unless she wants to be buried over there.
when she's alive. Why would they come by when she's dead? Have you ever considered that, by the way?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have my parents in my bedroom. I have their urns right there on my dresser.
Watching you
Yeah.
in the same room?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not keep them in the bathroom? They can watch you in there.
Yeah, there you go. Watch me take a dump. There we go. Oh, we have two celebrities. Well, one's not really a celebrity. Governor Bill Richardson passed away today.
Did he?
And, of course, we've got Margaritaville. Jimmy Buffett passed away.
Yeah.
He was, what, 78?
So I think we calculated 76.
Ah, okay.
Too young.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Especially when you're in your 60s, you're like, wow, 70, that's not far away. You know?
Because it's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, 76, Jody says, okay, I believe it. That's
Okay.
too young. Still too young.
Mm-hmm.
60s or not. 76 is too young nowadays. I don't want to be average. That's when it comes to that.
I think is the average.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks getting older, Richard. It sucks not getting older.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Birthdays are very healthy for you.
I'm going
Yes, they are.
I'm going to see my 83-year-old stepdad. Well, he's actually 82. He'll be 83 in December.
Oh.
And he's doing great.
Good.
Working
Good to
out.
hear that.
I skipped last week, but this week I'm going. And
Awesome.
got plenty to do. And yeah, looking forward. That's the one thing. It's been nice seeing him 2 or 3 times a month instead of. There's always an excuse. There's always something to do, But
Right.
this was good, especially now that he's up there, But he does well. He insists on being in the garage with me though, and it's been way too hot this summer.
Right. Well, as long as he keeps hydrated, then.
Yeah.
And
He gets dizzy. He fell over once.
Oh boy. Well, if you quit pushing him, Bill.
I said, get the damn wrench from the bench. Hurry up 3 times. He wasn't listening. He fell over. No, he leaned too far on a plastic chair. That's all. Boom. No. Right. That's right, Lloyd. That was the joke.
Yep.
Yep. If you don't get older, you're dead.
Jimmy is now living on sponge cake.
I mean, that's from a song, but how is he living on sponge cake?
Plus, it's his coffin is lined with sponge cake. Well,
how ironic!
If he has his jigger of salt.
His bar was in Lahaina. It's Margaritaville. It was in and I'm sure it's gone.
Yeah,
and now so is he. How ironic! Think about the irony there. I just thought of that. Yeah, Margaritaville.
Well, doesn't he have
cheeseburger? No, cheeseburger in Paradise. I believe it was his place, and it was in Lahaina. In fact, I saw it when I drove through Lahaina when I worked on that cruise ship, and I'm sure that's gone. The irony.
Probably. We got Brett Lambo drives Zambo. Welcome. Good to see you, sir. So, Bill brought up an interesting topic that has to do with drones and the New York Police Department. Take it away, Bill.
You think if we show the Fox News story, they'll make you take the stream down?
Yeah.
Oh, they did a news story. Yeah, but it was. The best thing about it was, what the hell was the lawyer? I'll have to watch it again. Was the lawyer saying the right things when it came to the New York City Police Department this Labor Day weekend is going to be using drones to keep track of all the parties and the outdoor activities. They're actually going to have the police department drones up in the air, and there's arguments about that, about drones in flying spaces, and there's civil libertarian lawyers that are arguing about privacy rights and this privacy rights in a public party, in a giant public outdoor party. And the police, they have minimal resource or limited resources, especially with the cuts. And because there was another guy there arguing, oh, what's better than that is having boots on the ground and people are there. Why? Well, of course it is. If you have 1 million boots, to be everywhere at all times. But what this allows them to do is to see what's going on, report back, and they can direct their attention towards the problem areas. And it's a great idea. And it was and the lawyer that argued for it, was it Dershowitz? No.
Oh yeah, Dershowitz.
It was Dershowitz. Yeah. I was surprised. Well, he's become a conservative in his old age, but he was saying that you have no expectation of privacy, and he named the lawsuit, which had something to do with that. And it was and then the other guys are arguing, yeah, but the fact that they're there could cause a problem, and then how it is in New York, people are shooting at the drone. Well, those people should be arrested. That's the point.
Yeah.
So I mean, good luck 300 feet in the air shooting that drone down anyway. But if we're shooting a firearm in the city of New York, where you're not even supposed to have firearms, then you should be arrested, and the drone will capture them doing it. So that's the whole the whole idea. Well, I'm sorry. A police officer standing there staring at you. Would it be okay to shoot at him? I mean, what are you saying? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, he made a really good, valid argument for the police department, the usage of drones for the police department, and trying to keep the crime surge down over the Labor Day weekend. Drones helping to fight crime during the Labor Day weekend, and which will also save lives.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I agree as well. I will put the link in the chat.
Yeah, it was a good story. You got everything almost perfect. When the guy started talking about shooting at the drones, he probably should have mentioned as a federal offense. He was talking about airspace above the ground as being public airspace. It's not technically public. I mean, it is, but it's controlled by the FAA. If he knew that much about it, he probably could have brought that up. That would have been good too. But he didn't need to bother. He was right all along the way. So police are well within. He's a constitutional lawyer, and he said they're well within their rights to use whatever means they have to observe crowds in open public places. Period.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, and while you're doing it, you're actually protecting the other people that aren't in that same party that aren't causing problems.
Mm. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Hunt Clip.
No, Mark, they
That-
didn't, which I just mentioned moments ago. Thank you for listening to me. Fucker.
Yeah.
We got Bill, Coast Drones. Welcome,
Hey.
Bill. Good to see you. Yeah.
Monitor complaints of large parties. Is that what they said? I don't know. I watched it. They said they're going to monitor. Yeah. Well, if there's a complaint, put the drone up. See if you can triangulate. See if you can find where the problem is instead of wading through a couple of thousand people at some gigantic block party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is New York. Don't forget. A block party is not a block. First of all, it's probably several blocks. And if you know how big the blocks are in New York, there could be 10,000 people at a party.
Well, and Don makes a point, as long as they don't
Mark, that's okay.
target.
I'm just kidding you. Don't worry about it. I'm just joking. Pay attention to every word I say, damn you. I'm sorry. I interrupted you already. Again, as always. Please continue.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying something, right?
Oh, let's see. As long as they don't target parties on private property.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Airspace is airspace.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are visible on private property, you have no expectation of privacy. All property is private. It's owned by somebody, unless it's state game land or federal game land. It's all private property. But if I'm doing something illegal in my backyard and you can see it from the street, they have every right to come and arrest me because they can see it. There's no expectation of privacy when you are visible in any reasonable circumstance.
Well, and Bill, Coast Drones.
Yeah.
And Don makes a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a good point, I guess.
Right.
It's a point.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's where you hear the banjos play.
Yep.
Down there.
Yep.
Anyway.
Deliverance.
And you want to go.
You're right, Richard. It depends on the state you live in. Most states have laws. You guys know this. You're 107s, a lot of you. That reasonable use above your property, and it depends on what state you're in, what county, whatever. Reasonable use in Florida is not going to be all that high because of hurricanes, and we don't have a lot of, except condos and like that, which are meant specifically to withstand, even though they're tall buildings. But the typical homeowner has a ranch here for a reason, because taller buildings tend to do not so well in the middle of a hurricane. But reasonable use might be a second, third story, maybe 50 feet for an antenna, or something like that. Reasonable use, they can argue, but again, that's all depends on the court and how liberal the judge is.
Mm-hmm.
But anything above that, you can't have control. They back in the day before we could fly, when you bought property, you owned your property and all the air space into infinity and beyond. Go ahead, play this sound effect.
To infinity and beyond.
But that's no longer the case because the FAA controls all that.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody deserves happiness.
Reasonable access. But if somebody's 150 feet above your property, that's not reasonable. You're not gonna ever in a million years use something or use that space 150 feet above your property, let alone 50 feet. So. Now, if someone is intentionally staying over your space, there is an argument for unreasonable. Every day they're going over your space and watching your 16-year-old sunbathe by the pool.
Mhm.
and that's what they're filming every day.
Mm.
Then it might become stalking. So
Mhm.
there are other laws to protect you from things like that. But it's got nothing to do with owning the airspace above your property.
Right. Now, I gave my girlfriend stocking for Christmas, and she gave me a restraining order.
Did you just make that up? I don't like this guy. It's starting to bother me. I'm going to switch. I'm going to change my. That was.
Where did he go? Randy.
We got Mad Props Media. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yep. And look who's back. He can't seem to
I keep
change
clicking
his
the wrong
background
button.
with knocking.
I keep clicking the wrong button. I don't know what's going on.
Randy. Excuse me.
And we got Dewey, UAVP.
No,
Welcome, welcome.
that's
Good
not
to see
true.
you.
That's not true. If I was standing on your sidewalk, staring into your yard, just standing there watching your party, would I be arrested for illegal surveillance? What's illegal surveillance? I never even heard of that.
But if you're on the footpath is a public property owned by the council.
Surveillance, excuse me.
You'd have, if you're standing in the driveway, the driveway's public property. Sorry, private property. But if you're outside the driveway where the line is, that's.
They talk about drones up in the air monitoring a party is illegal surveillance, but I've never heard of that.
No.
But if you've taken off from outside that property, you could make a case for it.
Boon socks. What the hell's a boon sock? Is that something Daniel Boone put over his feet?
I think the Boondocks.
Yeah. Well, dam is considered infrastructure, and government kind of gets a little cranky about drones around dams, around power stations, and what is that place where they have all the transformers? What is that? What's that called?
Power station?
Power station.
Power station? Yeah, anyway.
There's probably another word for it.
Yeah, there is. Oh, he meant boondock.
I know he did. I was just kidding. Sparky Town. Sparky area.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's such a thing as illegal surveillance. I mean, you can't tap one's phone, for example, because there is an expectation of privacy, and that's specific without a warrant. However, out and within public vision, whether you're on a private property or not, it's not protected. There's been I can't name the landmark case, but
substation. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's where you get the footlong, right? The $5 footlong.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, maybe in Missouri, yeah.
I'm sure that could be beat in a court of law. Cops can't use drones to survey. So if a cop parks his car outside your home and surveys your property during a possible disturbance, they can't do that because it's illegal surveillance. What's the difference if they're doing it from a drone?
Mm-hmm.
If they pick up a pair of binoculars, did they just break the law? It sounds a little silly to me.
If there is,
good point, Lloyd. Yep.
But I'm in a different country, so.
Well, they're gonna have to do it that way. They can't have enough drones to fly over every single party in the city of New York.
Right.
You know,
Well,
it's
all
unreasonable.
they have-
Unreasonable.
But all they have to do is give everybody a call, and I reckon they could mobilize several 100,000 drones. They know where to find us.
I know it's illegal to shoot at a drone. What if I shoot a moon at the drone? Is that illegal? You know, if they say, you know, public indecency, well, I'm in my backyard.
Well,
I
how do we know it's a moon? It might be
I
a
have a privacy
Uranus.
fence. Can you see that? Look at that big white thing. I'll paint it blue. Blue moon, blue moon. Did anybody see the blue moon?
Yes, I did. On my way to work.
I forgot to look. It's not going to be back
Yep.
until
It
2037.
was like Donald Trump said, it was huge. It was huge. It was huge.
Why are they kneecapping or handicapping the police department? What are they afraid? What are they afraid? They're going to see illegal activity. If they're not committing illegal activity, you have nothing to worry about. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to like watch the videos when they go home? I just
I also think it's a better tool because one, if you send a helicopter up, the expense of using
Of course.
helicopter.
Right.
So I think all helicopters should be they're old technology. So
Yes,
instead
they
of
are.
rights to privacy seems mostly important to people that are breaking laws.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, I might have some predilections. How's that for a word? I'm going to use predilections tonight. I might have some things that I don't want the general public to know about. You know, like
But a helicopter, I say, is redundant. So what?
Yes. It doesn't mean it's blue. It really means it's really flipping close. That's why it's really, really big.
then why call it a blue moon? Why don't you just call it the really, really big moon?
That's where the term comes from. Once in a blue moon.
I mean, last night it was bright as shit. So we could see what I noticed when I went out in the middle of the night because I left my laptop in my car and it struck me. It's like, it's not a good idea. So I went out to my car at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I woke up like, I left my laptop. I don't know why I would wake up thinking that, but I did. So I went out front and got it, and the moon was so bright. So what should we do? Bright as shit moon? Should we call it that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Right as shit moon.
There's not even a little blue to it? There was no blue at all?
Nope. I didn't notice any different color changes other than it looked really close.
They're going to go at night, so it's not too bright.
Were you wearing your blue?
My Bluetooth?
No, your glasses that protect you from blue.
From fish hooks?
No. Yeah, blue fish hooks. Just the blue ones. No, blue light. You know, they're supposedly
blue
protect-
light. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So nobody will see stains on my clothes.
Yeah.
The blue moon thing has nothing to do with color. Thank you for spelling it like a true Brit. Okay, then what does it mean? Cool cat.
Blue blockers.
Yeah.
Blu-ray blockers. Yeah. No, they put that on my glasses. I asked them not to, and they did it anyway. I said because they charge you more money. I said, but when you're in front of your monitor, it protects your eyes. I don't wear my glasses when I'm in front of the monitor. I'm nearsighted. The monitor is less than 2 feet away. I don't need my glasses. So please don't do that. They put it on anyway. They charge me for it.
Yes.
Aren't you colorblind as well?
I have red-green color blindness.
Okay.
The world is not grayscale to me. I see colors. I see this red, for example.
Whoa.
See, it's that bright red background. It's either blue or purple. See, there could be certain shades of purple look blue to me because I don't pick up the red in it.
This is teal. It's more
be-
green than blue.
Well, you see, I don't see the green. Red, green, color blindness. Certain shades, not all. I can see the green and the red in a stoplight. And they do that on purpose because those reds and greens don't affect. Because red green color blindness is the most common color blindness in males. So fairly high percentage. You'd be surprised. But I can see that red. I mean, it's a bright red. It's almost like an orange. I could see most colors, but certain shades I do not pick up. Correct. So if they cut out blue, what am I left with? Damn it! Blue
So the Indians have landed a craft on the moon near the South Pole. So they're all happy over there. Now they're going to launch a rocket to study the sun. And they're called a developing country.
What are they developing?
Yeah, a developing country that could launch satellites and spacecraft.
They have over 1 billion people there. They got the money.
Yeah. But they're exempt from pollution control.
Just don't feed half of them, and you got plenty of money. What color am I now?
Let me. You're kind of pasty. There you. That's better. Whereas before you kind of looked like silly putty.
I feel like silly putty.
We got Chris, Sunrise Water Media.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Good to see you. Enjoyed the show last night. Yep. That was a pretty interesting co-host, or not co-host, guest on Kelly's show.
Are you jealous? Because you're stuck with me and Dominic?
Yeah.
He's jealous.
Yeah. At least I've got color, except for my eye. What color is my eye? It's red.
Stop putting your finger in it. So I'm red, huh? I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have, well.
It's hard. It's hard.
That's what she said.
I'll play with the color now.
Put a little more yellow.
You guys ever think that maybe I live in Florida and I have some color?
Yeah. Well, so do I. I'm a mile closer to the sun than you are.
No, you're not. You're really not. Your elevation is not. I live closer to the equator than you do. And the Earth is tilted. Why do you think the sun is stronger here than there? Silly bug.
Here's a Don got you a nice poem. Roses are gray, violets are gray too. I have red-green color blindness.
Actually, violets are blue. I see blue. I just don't see the red. That's funny. Go fuck. Here. Okay.
Then we got Sam.
I'm not red anymore, but probably still am red.
Now you look really pasty.
How about
oh,
that?
Boy, you look kind of like Dustin.
Is that good?
Yeah, you look like watching TV from the 60s. Yeah.
How about that?
Now you look like Hellboy without the horns. There you go. So at least the Indians landed the craft on the moon, where the Russians, theirs crashed on the moon. Although the Indians did crash their craft, a few months ago, trying to land because I guess they got the altimeter got screwed up because they ended up landing into a crater. So it was reading the altitude really screwy and it shut the engines off way too soon. And then the thing started spinning and then it crashed right into the moon.
You know, I have nothing against India. We have a real opportunity to partner with them, and we're just blowing it. But anyway, let's not talk about politics. God bless them, but and give them props for making it that far. I mean, they worship fucking cows, for God's sakes. Good.
Hey, welcome all the way from the Philippines, Tom and Ruth. Welcome.
Tom
Good
and
to
Ruth.
see you, Tom.
Yes.
Go check out this guy's channel. He's got some really good content. Check him out. He lives in a container home, which is no, it's not contained. It's one of those houses. It comes in a container, and when it comes to your property, it folds out, which is really cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a mobile home, but only way wider, and it looks like a real house.
It looks like a real house because he lives in a cardboard pop-up. What are you saying?
No, his expandable houses.
House. Okay, sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
To keep them cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Awesome. Who cares? It's awesome.
Yeah, cold. It gets really cold in the Philippines there.
In the winter, it gets cold in Florida sometimes too. You know.
Yeah.
At least 3 days a year, I got to turn the heat on.
550 square feet on hinges. Okay, cool.
It's very, very cool.
Nice.
And and if things aren't working out so well, you could just fold her up and go.
Yep, that's right. If his wife leaves him, he could take the house and say, "I'm out of here, babe. You could keep the land." Yep.
Art's friend of Coyote.
Mm.
An Acme house.
A what? What is that?
Acme. I remember Acme.
Mm-hmm.
Take the house. I think that's neat. Very, very cool.
I've got to head out.
Oh, who's on? Where are you going?
I've actually got to do something before I head over to Justin's.
Yeah.
Who?
So,
he's working at his brother's place.
Yeah, I'm just help about 20 or 30 minutes. I've got to go
Justin,
out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, move that box over there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, take care. Be safe, man.
Take her easy.
Yeah.
Good seeing you as always.
All right. Charles couldn't make it because he had an previous engagement to go.
Something better to do, in other words.
Right. Yeah, got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost that time. It is time for Toffee giveaway. Woohoo! We come from the land of the ice and snow, where the midnight sun and the hot springs flow. Valhalla. Welcome up. So, hashtag Toffee. Put hashtag Toffee in the chat, and
Who makes this coffee? This is not
it's
Voldemort.
called
It's not Voldemort coffee.
Chocolove.
Chocolove. Where are they out of?
They're out of Boulder, Colorado.
What, Colorado toffee? That's the best.
Another. Next week, after work, I'll drive up to Fort Collins and go to Vern's Toffee House
Cool.
and see if
Get
I
that-
could secure some small
of that,
batches.
of that fresh stuff.
Yeah. And Alex Escardo, welcome. AME Aerial. And so if I can get toffee in this size, which will fit nicely in one of those envelopes, padded envelope.
Well, maybe they'll sell you in bulk in a big box and you just cut it and bag it.
I was thinking about that as well. Yeah, I could wrap it up and
you should wash your hands.
well, yeah, I'll
I know-
try.
I know
I'll
you're
try.
not into that, but force yourself.
I'll,
Don't keep rubbing your eyes like you've been doing.
right. Mm-hmm.
Doing this with your mouth, picking your teeth. Got to wash your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hashtag toffee.
Yeah,
everybody.
like rubber gloves will really work well on me.
What?
Yeah, that's why I can't be a doctor.
What?
So,
My wife said at
that's
work,
what's.
my wife said at work there was an immigrant that worked there that she saw go to the bathroom. He had his gloves on from the kitchen. And when he came out, he still had his gloves on. She said, "Did you wash your hands when you're in?" They said, "No, I didn't need to. I had my gloves on." It's a true story. I didn't make that up. It's a true story. He actually believed he didn't have to wash his hands when he went to the bathroom because he had his gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So enjoy that meal at the Golden Corral.
Mm-hmm.
Toffee fingerprint.
That's why their lemon bars are so tangy.
She yelled at him, by the way.
Oh,
My little wife yells at people at work. She yells at people at work all the time. Can't even imagine liking her because she's just, but they love her because she does all the work. I mean, she always makes sure everything's right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
While she's doing it, she's abusing the crap out of them, and they'll take it. It's worth taking the abuse rather than actually doing the work. Americans.
Lazy Americans.
Well, they're not all American. Oh. Lemonade flavored popcorn. Yeah. No, he wasn't peeing. Mm-mm.
European, yeah, there you go.
What does it take for 50? First, did you eat at the Golden Corral? Hey, my wife's Golden Corral gets high marks for cleanliness, gets 100% all the time when my wife is there. So if you go there and you see a little Filipino woman running around yelling at people, you're safe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She makes a heck of a menudo.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
Actually, what did I eat tonight? I ate. She made a big old batch of chicken marsala. So she expands out into other types of cooking.
Mm-hmm. How about she makes adobo? Does she make any pancit?
Yeah, pancit bihon.
Mm-hmm.
Pancit bihon, she calls it. I don't know why it's bihon, but that's what she calls it.
Yep.
Makes pancit. She makes lumpia. She calls it Shanghai lumpia because it's got meat.
Ah.
And she'll put.
Oh, I love lumpia.
Yeah, she puts ground beef and ground pork in it. People at work go crazy for it. So when we have our employee parties and like that, she'll make a couple hundred of them.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eric Lipinski, welcome. We're up to 14. Come on, let's get that to close to 20.
That's pathetic.
Lambo, drive Zambo.
How many people are in here?
We got 25.
And we got 14 responded. That's because they're in countries they know you're not going to send it to.
Yeah.
Pork adobo is good. She makes chicken adobo, pork adobo. She makes whatever,
Cool.
Her adobo sauce.
About lomi? Does she make lomi?
No, maybe. I don't know. Not for me. There's only certain things I'll eat. I'll eat the pancit. I'll eat the adobo. I'll eat the menudo. I'll eat the lumpia. I think that's about it. There's certain things, Filipino food, I'm just not crazy about.
Oh, like sisig?
Don't know what that is.
That's pig's blood.
Oh, you mean dinuguan?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's black. So what is this shit?
Yeah.
This is shit. That's
Yeah.
it's made from pork's blood. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably delightful. I don't know why I shied away from it, just because it's black
Yeah.
and smelled bad.
It's black. And it's got this, it coagulates.
Yeah. It's probably great for you.
All right, we're up to 17. Come on.
Oh, you guys.
Get it up to 20, guys.
Pathetic.
Yep. Well, it's Labor Day weekend. Everybody is doing stuff. It's the last big weekend.
Did you say hi to
Rumbling.
Hey.
Rumbling. Magabuga. Buanu. I can't even pronounce that.
Magbanwa.
Banua.
Yeah, Magbanwa.
Banua.
2.0.
Yeah.
I would try black pudding. I would try anything once.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even try spotted dick.
Mm-hmm. Bill, you live in Florida and you love fishing. Have you caught a slippery dick?
No. No, I have not. I have not. And I'll let you know if I ever catch a slippery dick.
Oh, I bet. If you catch one bigger than 6 inches.
Oh, look how smooth Richard is. He's smooth. See, I was just asking where the beautiful women are, and one just came in.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got like a husband and a baby. But...
All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's spin the wheel, shall we?
Please do. Give it to me, baby. No, I'm not getting it. Kin Dynasty.
Hey, Kin Dynasty.
Canada.
All the way to Canada. Yay. Bill, if you would like to gift it to somebody.
It's going to cost 5 times what the candy, 10 times what the candy costs.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Congratulations, Bill.
Hooray. He's saying thank you. He's expecting that candy. I'll send it to him. How much
I got his address.
How much is that going to cost? Oh, God almighty.
Yeah, Jim, we'll gift it to you. Yeah, to another Canadian. Yeah.
All right.
But Jim, love some of your TV over there. Been watching Kim's Convenience, one of my favorite shows. And I just finished season 4, and I'm on the last season. Yep.
There you go.
What? Oh, thank you, Bill.
That should help out.
And there's going to be a delayed cha-ching.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Yeah, it'll be about 10 seconds. But oh, there you go. Let's keep that train rolling.
Does that help?
Yes, that will help. Thanks.
It's probably cost twice that to send it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You'll have the satisfaction of knowing that Chin Dynasty, a little bit of China right there in Canada.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
we'll be tasting a little taste of Colorado goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think did they invent toffee in Colorado?
I don't know. I think it's more of a. I think it came from Europe. I know.
Pretty
You
sure
know,
it's
in
pretty sure it's
Switzerland,
British.
they've got the chocolatiers. That like, oh,
Let's see.
Bill.
Oh, look at that! See, now he just paid for it. That's wonderful. You're a good man.
And then there's 10, and there's 13. That deserves 2. And the train keeps a rolling.
What's the
Awesome,
story?
awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to read something to you, Artie.
Okay.
My dulcet tones. Most food historians agree that the sweet treat likely originated in Wales and rose to prominence across Britain and Europe, where supplies of butter and eventually imported sugar were plentiful. So Wales.
Oh, wonderful.
There you go. Now you know.
That's a whale of a good tale.
It's about 46 cents. I'd say it's probably what? He sent you 15 Canadian? A 13? Why 13.99? That's weird. Does that come out to $10 American?
Let me check. So the currency.
Blow and weed is wicked cheap in Canada. Hey, there's a reason to enjoy Canada right there.
Oh, wow. So.
What? Take seconds.
$13.99 is $10.30.
Yeah, about $10.
Yeah.
Blow and weed. Cheap in Canada.
Hey, we got Jalen Charita in the chat.
Hey, our
Welcome,
favorites. How you
welcome.
doing there, guys?
Yep. Hey there. Good to see you. Yep. Nope. My light's starting to fade.
I'm sorry, Brett.
Hold on.
Muted it. I should have muted it. Was that really loud? Is my mic kind of loud? Yeah, a little bit.
No, but I can always turn my headphones down.
Huh? Jalen Trita, everybody's favorite. Keep making us look good. Appreciate it. Just a bit. Sorry about that. The idea was for you guys to hear me, coughing up the phlegm and all that, but I realized my sensitive mic.
Phlegm at 11.
What?
Tonight on the nightly news, phlegm at 11.
So Jim's not coming? James.
Oh, that James. Well, it's only 6:15.
Man
We'll
is
give
at
him
it.
until 7.
Man is
Oh,
at
you
it.
know what? Last week, he just opened up his email just as we shut the show down.
And his attic. It's not blue.
Nana's attic. Hey, Brad.
He's
Good
not
to
blue.
see you.
Not blue.
He's not. Oh.
Yes, we know it's
no
Brad.
good.
Thank you for showing off, but he's not blue. My boy
Okay,
and I are home safe and sound and didn't get arrested or raped. Well, the arrested part I could see you want to get, stay away from, but the raped part? Really?
Oh,
Where were you, Mad Props? Where was he? In Detroit? Why would you even say something like that?
well, the reason he wasn't blue is he's green.
Nah, if you make him a moderator, it overwrites. I'm a member too.
Okay. Well, he's now blue now.
There you go.
He's kind of a bluish. He's almost like azure.
Azure.
Azure. Actually, azure means blue in Spanish. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Hey, all right. Why don't we invite somebody in?
Oh, yeah, that would be good. I sent a link to Don, and I sent a link to Jim Beauchard.
Well, now that Don's
And-
retired, he's too good for us.
Okay. And I sent a link to our friend, the lip smacker.
Yeah, she's not talking to me. She's mad at me because I left the chat because I got irritated. She wasn't on my stream this past Sunday. I invited her in, no response, nothing. So I said goodnight, guys, and I left.
Yeah.
But apparently she's mad at me.
And who else? I even sent Maddie a link. Maddie, if you want to come in and be part of the show.
I don't know why Alexis wouldn't come in. I love Alexis just fine, but she just kept irritating me intentionally. It's not funny when someone has an issue. Like, say, somebody kept bringing up, how short you are.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it eventually get on your nerves?
Well, you do it to me all the time anyway.
When have I ever brought that up?
Well, you're always short with me.
I don't mean to break your heart. And you know, and I totally understand what it's like because I've lost positions before. And even if you know it's coming, it's not the same. And even if you hated the job, it's still not the same because, that day comes by when it's your time to go to work and you're not going there. And it's a terrible feeling of loss. And it's especially bad for someone like yourself who loved your job. It's a feeling of loss, almost like losing someone you care about. So I'm not going to bust your chops. I said recently retired.
Oh.
Semi-retired. You'll be back at it. It's always darkest before the dawn. There's always a silver lining in every gray cloud. There's when one door closes, another one opens. How many more of these can you come up with? Opportunity is one failure away. But you didn't fail. The company failed. So it's not even on you. Yeah. Shut up. You were good at that job. You must have. But they just decided they wanted to go a different direction. That's not your fault.
Good. Hold on a sec.
Sure, the offers will be rolling in.
I'm going to bump myself out real quick.
Hi, everybody. It's just me here in Artie's channel. For those of you who don't know, Don lost his job. But he didn't really lose his job. They cut out that section of the company. They're not going to do that anymore. So it wasn't as if someone had fired Don. That's not what happened. Because who would? Because he's funny and he's talented and he's valuable. And damn it, people like him. And I have to believe that because I've met the guy and he's all those things I just said. My nose hair showing? I need a shave. Is that nose hair? Oh, I think it is. Oh, yeah, there's one. Oh, that's a long one. There you go. It's gone. That's why I don't clip them. I just rip them out.
There you go. I'm back. Somebody.
No, you're right. I don't know necessarily, but based on your intelligence level, your creativity, and towards what you were actually doing for a living, I'm guarantee you were valuable. I'm sure of it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very high opinion of my opinions. It's gone. I did get it. Look. What? Aren't you excited? I pulled a nose hair out on your stream.
I was taking care of a Facebook phone call. Somebody from the Philippines called me, and I turned it on. I accepted, and I didn't hear anything. So what I did is I put in the chat saying, I'm on the live stream right now. I'll call you back.
So how about you? Do you have a high opinion of your opinions? Do you think your opinions matter?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think you're full of crap. I think you're sure that you think your opinions matter. How about people in the chat? Do you think your opinions matter to the world or to other people, or do you guys come up with epiphanies you think are valuable to other people and how they live and enjoy their lives?
Yeah.
When I talk about millennials and how useless they are when I hire them.
Yeah.
Not
all of them. Some of them are hard workers.
No, some of them are great. They're the ones we keep. Love them to death. Actually.
If they've grown up in a household and they have good work ethic that they've learned from their parents, those are the ones that'll. Yep. Well, you're right, Richard. And they're like assholes, and everybody has one. Yep.
Anti-disestablishmentarianist. That used to be the longest word in the English language. I don't know if it still is, but yeah. Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
So I've sent links to Ron. I've sent a link to Ray. And who else? Oh, Chris
Hi,
Hope.
Andrew. Someone named Andrew. Andrew will come in.
Who?
Andrew.
I don't know if I'm friends with him on Facebook. Go send him a link if you
Sure.
think. Is that Andrew B?
No, just Andrew. Andrew comes on my channel on occasion.
Okay. Ooh, somebody's popped. Oh, look who's here all the way from the state of misery. It is Don.
Hey!
Welcome. Let's liven up the conversation, shall we?
I only have to pop in to correct Bill.
What else is new?
The longest word in the English language is smiles. There's a mile between each S.
Oh, you're seeing it's that cleverness that tells me.
Mm-hmm.
What, because I read a joke book in 5th grade and I remembered it?
Yeah, but you remember everything. I mean, Don worked on something new for the end of my stream tomorrow night. And it shows his talent. I mean, I was going to do it, but I probably never would have because I'm way more lazy than you are.
That was a fun project because it used After Effects, and instead of just copying it and masking out anything, I actually built it up layer by layer by layer.
From scratch. Yep.
From scratch.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. No, it looks beautiful.
Uh-oh, my battery's dying.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Andrew, I
okay.
sent James the link
that old chestnut.
an hour before the show.
I'm going to...
Oh, I'd like to stay, but my battery's dying.
I'm turning down my brightness.
Oh, boy, I bet that
to reduce my battery
that's
usage.
Pretty easy.
So, for the rest of...
they have these things called extension cords.
For rest of stream, I talk on Bill's level.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
And a bit dim.
That's why I'm talking on your level.
Got it. That's just me.
I know.
I have nothing but respect for you.
I know, and I pop in here.
And I know you will find something that makes
I told you I put in chat, you didn't take into account my laziness and abrasive personality.
All geniuses are that way.
Hey,
Ask them, they'll tell you.
let's see here. Let me take a look. You can see my deck is completed, and I can't got my phone or my thumb in the way.
Very
My deck
nice.
is completed,
Good job.
and it is got used today. If you can
That's-
see by the towels and
Very cool. No, I mean, seriously, nice job. I mean,
Nice.
getting that curved deck, that's a lot of work. It's hard to do.
yeah, it wasn't that bad. It started off a little janky, but
Janky or hinky?
janky.
Well, just
Oh.
don't janky in the pool because that blocks the filter.
It's my pool. I can do whatever I want.
Mhm.
It's my pool and I can do what I want.
Mm.
Don, did you see my new liquor?
Yes, I saw that earlier. It looked
Pecan
interesting.
Primo? I was afraid it'd be too sweet, and it is fairly sweet. In fact, the guy at the store, for some reason, he always pops by when I'm window shopping, and he starts talking to me about liquor.
Mhm.
He's around my age. He's 60. He looks younger. And and this one is this, and this one is that. I said, "Boy, you've tried a lot of alcohol, haven't you?" The guy literally has an opinion on every. I mean, this is Total Wine and More. There's a lot of liquor on those shelves, different brands. They still don't have Bird Dog peanut butter. He said they're not carrying it anymore. But they did have they had the salted caramel, which I almost bought just to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He suggested there was a different brand he tried. It was a little higher price, but I didn't do it. I thought I like the bag, and I even like the bottle.
Yeah, that's just a little canvas bag, right?
Yeah, it's actually like a vinyl, but it's meant to look like it's meant to be
Canvas?
like not leather, but what's unsmooth leather?
Chamois?
Doesn't matter. It's like supposed to be like leather.
Rough
Anyway,
leather?
huh?
Rawhide?
No. Doesn't matter. It's supposed to. It's vinyl.
Unsmooth leather.
Rawhide!
The fuck?
Unsmooth leather was a rapper back in the 80s.
Okay.
Unsmooth leather daddy fresh or something. I don't know.
In any case, it's kind of a cool bag. So and it's only $22. So I thought, and it's ultra premium. It says so right there. So I thought I would try it.
I fixed peanut butter and I fixed a PB and T today, a few of them, and let everybody at the party try it. And everybody tasted it, said the same thing. They're like, "That reminds me of something. It shouldn't work, but it's good."
Yeah. Well, this stuff is delicious. I mean, it's actually you can smell it when you open it up. The smell, fucking awesome. Pecans and praline.
Are you drinking it straight on ice? What? No,
On ice, straight on ice, whatever. I shouldn't because I really want to get an early start tomorrow. I got plenty to do because I skipped last week, and I don't want this project to last the rest of my life, which apparently it's going to. And that's part of the problem. Is I hang out on this channel, then I drink too much, and then I wake up too late, and then I show up there at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, I know he's an hour and 45 minutes away, but I can get up at 7 at least, right?
Hey, I spent an hour in the emergency room. What's your deal?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have to feel sorry for Art because he poked himself in the eye. I'm sorry, Art. What happened to your eyelid? I am.
Yep, it's still a little red there. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that is.
It's still a little red there.
So you were out on a boat?
No, I was at a
you were window shopping and something caught your eye.
Yeah, a hook caught my eye is what happened. Got me right in the eyelid. Ouch.
And Don thinks it's funny. Because he's been drinking iced tea with whiskey in it.
Yeah.
No, I just said he was window shopping and something caught his eye. It made me laugh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I missed that. That's actually very good. That's actually. How could they fire somebody who could do that with their arm?
Yeah, well, you're right.
I kept freaking him out doing it. So, yeah, you're doing about the same thing as I am.
Not quite as far.
But that doesn't feel relaxing to you?
No, it actually hurts right up and through here. It does. And then I stuck my finger in my ear, which didn't feel good either. I can't. No, it definitely can't do that. It's over there. If I pull my head. Hello.
Yeah, make the cripple guy feel bad.
What?
What cripple guy?
I can't do all that shit. I can't even reach the back of my flipping head.
Or at least you don't have a hand growing out of your ear.
Yeah, but you could pick up pennies off. You could pick up pennies off the floor without bending over.
That's true.
You know, there are advantages. Does Don have hairy pits? I'm guessing he shaves. She
not
shaves.
really. They're not really hairy.
Why would you be concerned about that, Warren?
Very lightly hairy. Soft.
Thank you for, I don't recall anybody asking you to prove it, but thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome.
It's soft and lovely. It's.
Oh, so Don, does your wife shave your back?
Well, you can't see it at a microphone. There it is.
Art, there's something in there about a pirate. I shave hers and then she shaves me back.
Matey.
So are you looking, Don?
Do what?
Are you looking right now?
Not right this instant.
To take a little break. That's awesome.
Yep,
don't wait too long. You got to strike while the iron is still hot.
Yesterday was the day I got an application that I was going to put in for sheriff's office doing like bookkeeping and stuff like that for the jail.
Not sketch artists?
It's going to be a full-time job at only $16 an hour. It's like I can go anywhere and work $16 an hour.
To waste your talent.
McDonald's.
So you can't find anything in the same field you're in?
Oh, not around here. No. I'll probably be doing that on the side. I've already got my LLC formed.
Good. That's
And
good. Well, then you can do the 16 or 18 or 20, whatever you get.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that full time during the day. I don't think. I'll look for a second shift job because most commercial shoots are done during the day. So if I work a second shift or somewhere, or part time, work a 4-10-day week, and I can have a couple days I can dedicate to going out and scheduling shoots.
That's a hard life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
Or if people just see how wonderful of a job I did on your ending on your show, promote the hell out of it. I will do.
Let's do extreme. This man needs a job. I was thinking about that. Why not do streams where people are looking for work, and then possible employers would catch the stream?
Do pre-screening interviews.
Yeah. Kinda. And then get to know them and like them, and
because people come onto streams after they've been drinking, and that doesn't calculate well.
Depends on the job.
Guess that's true.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're working at bowling alley.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's something I'm not sure I want to do anymore.
I don't know.
Ball returner, not working on lane number 5.
I think I'd be pretty good at disinfecting people's finger holes.
We don't do that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Someone else does that.
We did during COVID, but not anymore.
Oh, okay.
But good luck.
I'd do it. I'd probably do it on the side for free. I'd sneak back in after hours and.
Imagine, we actually used to disinfect the finger holes. Every time someone bowled on a lane, we would take that bowling ball with disinfectant wipes and wipe the entire ball in the finger holes and then put them away. Then you have kids like picking up 6 balls and putting them on. There'd be like balls in the top rack, balls in the bottom rack. There's 3 kids. Little bastards. Oh, Joe Biden's
Bill-
America.
That gives a whole new meaning to the word cornhole.
Really doesn't.
Speaking of, played a couple games of cornhole today.
Did you?
Won one, lost one. But you guys have seen my cornhole boards, right?
But does anybody actually win at cornhole?
Of course they do. I'm looking at her.
The pitcher or the catcher?
See?
Cool.
So,
Yep, I made-
so Don's the
I made those.
King Cornholio.
If you look down here, I
How'd you
made a scoreboard with golf tees there on the back side of it because drunk people lose count.
The surface there. How did you make that pattern? What is that?
I just after I assembled it, sanded it, I just taped it off and stained it 2 different colors.
Oh, okay.
I stained the light color first,
Right.
then I taped it off, and then stained back a darker color.
Like it. Looks great.
And it needs to be
Looks
touched
good.
up now.
We have cornhole. We have cornhole at the bowling at the sticks at the bowling center, and that surface there is made with panels for the lane. So it's
that's cool.
It's amazing the kind of things you can make out of that stuff. It's pretty heavy duty stuff. But yeah, but that's been out there in the weather forever, and it's still holding up. It really shouldn't. Because it's composite. It shouldn't hold up.
Yeah, mine gets put up. It would not hold up to weather.
But that's what we have. We have cornhole out there. We've got giant Jenga. Hey, maybe you can. Oh, that's right. You can't come to the South Florida Drone Meetup because you're going to go watch the.
Cool. Can I show you how what's done? Making a cornhole board.
Huh?
There you go. Yeah.
Cool Kit said, Mudbelt, can you show us how it's done?
I sent Andrew the link. How come he didn't come in? Chicken.
I guess so.
Mhm.
I could show you how to build a cornhole board, but that would mean that I would spend the money making a cornhole board that I don't need because I already have a set that I made.
You know, Cool Cat, you call it a beanbag, but you know why they call it cornhole?
Oh, he wants me to throw.
They're not beans.
Ah.
Those bags are not full of beans. They're full of dried corn. That's why they're called cornhole. Did you know that? Martin? Did you know that there's actually a national cornhole, league?
Ooh.
Federation? Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
How are we going to do this? Let's see here.
So I won't see that on Pornhub.
Trying to figure out how to do this.
Isn't that interesting?
There, can you see? Let's see. You can't see.
I could see the, yeah, well.
Yeah, the other board
You can
is
see
way
the back
down.
of the board.
See the
Way
other board
down
way
there.
down there?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's my throwing area. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Artie, make him big.
Okay.
He throws all.
Throw them all at once. There you go.
Did you see?
Yeah. A couple of them almost actually came close. It's funny. That is too funny.
Off
to the right side.
You throw like a girl, Don.
Off to the right side. That's very sexist, Artie.
Oh, we got one. There you go. Good job. Oh, and he went away.
Why are you focused on you?
Because Don went off the air and then we lost him. Oh, there he is. He's back. Welcome back.
Good job.
The cornhole champ of misery.
Did you guys lose me?
Yeah,
Yes.
it disappeared for a moment there. It just not even 20 seconds.
Oh, did you see me make the hole?
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, good job. Awesome.
I think you're full of shit. You didn't see nothing.
No, we did.
I'm
The last-
gonna have to watch this back because it sounds like a 3-year-old bringing a drawing home from school. Oh no, it's a beautiful drawing.
We
It's a good horse. I mean, cat. It's a cat. Yeah.
We saw you.
Dog.
Yeah.
Literally 2 seconds after you made that shot, the feed dropped. So we did see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I missed the first 2 bags, so that's not very good.
No, they hit off to the right. We saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a little bit, and plus, I set you guys down, and I did not have a drink in my hand to offset, and you
Balance
you
is off.
kind of need to balance.
Mhm.
You know what's nice about the fact that you don't have to go to work Monday? Well, you wouldn't have to anyway. It's Labor Day. Is
You're trying to tell me to stay up late and be on your stream.
yeah. Plus, you don't have to shave.
That's true.
Is your face itchy?
A little bit.
Are you going to be on my stream Sunday?
I might.
I will. I'll be there.
Let's see here.
Will you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you don't work Monday.
If I do, it's going to probably be on the iPad again. I still haven't got that.
Whatever.
room down there
We are
set up.
just thrilled that you make it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Always. We are. You're a funny man.
Okay, I'm trying to.
This
make
would
sense
teach you to listen to authority!
Sorry, I was reading Lambo's talk about the mortgage counselor. I'm guessing I don't get the sentence.
One brother was embarrassed. Well, was one brother a avid cornholer?
Which one of us is he talking to?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Darn it, Don Leonard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
John Leonard, yeah.
Well, you got to understand.
Who shops at Menard.
He's being abusive, and that's all you got to accept.
Mm-hmm.
We have cornhole at the South Florida Drone Meetup coming up in April. For all of you who want to be there, we also have table shuffleboard, and we have pool tables, and we have who's going to be there? Don, you got to be there.
No.
Okay.
I can't guarantee that I can make a trip to Florida. I'm unemployed right now. We don't know.
Yeah, but your wife works.
We don't know what kind of job I'm going to get. If I'm going to have much vacation time ready to go, or
Are you still going to go watch the
eclipse is coming like 100 miles south of here. So.
What if I swing by and pick you up? I mean, you know.
Oh, for the South Florida Drone Meetup?
Yeah.
Yeah, swing by. I'll wait for you.
You know, I am going to retire soon, or at least semi-retire, and I'm going to take some traveling time. And if I come through Missouri, are you going to actually tell me where you live?
I'll tell you where Jeff from Four State Aerials lives.
Where the local restaurant is, well, I'll have a drink with you, but that's as close as
it's
you'll
like,
be.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. You never want to bring bed bugs into your house. You can't get rid of them. They're impossible.
Oh, well, you can.
I have never in my life been
You
called
got
a
to turn up
bed
the heat
bug.
to over 100 degrees, and it'll kill.
Bill, if you were in my bed, you'd bug me.
Wow, that's all very
Absolutely. If you came through Missouri, you wouldn't need to even find a place to stay. You'd be staying with me.
all so hurtful. Oh, now I feel better. That's
Yeah.
that's nice. I would love to stop by there someday, and because I've spent zero. I went through. Where's the Ozarks?
Well, the Ozarks comprises quite a bit of space between Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri border. Going through there.
Okay,
More of a,
that's why I thought I was in Missouri. I drove through Missouri. Missouri, is that how you say it? I drove through Missouri, and that was the only time I was ever in the Ozarks Hills on my way out west, and it was just so beautiful. And
Yes,
I told myself someday I would like to go back there. Although at night, when it got dark that night, I did notice that the bugs around the street lamps looked like small bats.
yes.
They did.
You can get that.
these are memories from 1980. Just so you're aware, because I spent my honeymoon in Phoenix, Arizona, at our friend's home who was on vacation, so they gave it to us to spend the week there. So we drove out to Phoenix, and that's the only reason I went through the Ozarks.
Was
And
that
that's
around June?
It was June or July. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was so hot.
My guess is the mayflies were what you were seeing around the.
Mayflies are tiny though. These were big.
No, what are maybe not mayflies, but what are the
cicadas.
Damsel flies?
Whatever they were, they were big.
Yeah, they grow big.
I'll
They're
never
like,
forget them.
They look almost like a dragonfly, but not.
Oh yeah, that would be a damselfly.
Yeah.
Mayflies are big.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't aware of that. I thought they were little.
Yeah. I meant damselfly when I said that.
I was young. What was I in 1980? 19 years old. My first wife was 25. And she had friends out there. I always liked them older when I was younger. I flipped the script since then. Anyway, but we're driving across the country, the areas that stay in my mind, and he's gone. The areas that stay in my mind that I really thought was stunning, and part was the Ozarks in Missouri. I really liked that, and I wanted to visit that again someday. But
Charles is in the chat. I'll send him a link. Maybe he'll pop in.
I hear he's in charge.
Yeah. Charles, if you would like to, I sent you a link if you could pop in. Because he's about as rowdy as Dominic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bill, let me make myself big. You know what this is?
That's frightening. Yeah, it's a knife.
What kind of knife?
I forget.
And where is it from?
I don't want to see it. It's making me scared. Hi, Charles. Charles.
It's called a Chris. And they're made in the Philippines and Malaysia. My dad brought... This was a souvenir, a World War II souvenir my dad brought back.
I've seen that
Filipino made it for him.
I've seen that shape to knives, and it's got something to do with making the wound bigger than the actual knife itself. Yeah.
Did you say a bris knife or a Chris?
A bris.
Chris.
Yeah, because it's for chopping the ends of hot dogs off.
Yeah.
I was gonna. I thought a Chris knife was something else. I was gonna say that it was called the flame blade because I have seen that pattern called the flame blade.
Why did you show us your knife, Artie? Are you going to give it away?
No. This was my dad's. This is my prized possession that I have that he gave me. Now, if I could get a leather sheath to put it in, that'd be cool.
Brett educated us just now.
No. Mad Props Media, this is a letter opener. This is a letter opener.
Oh.
That looks like a katana.
Yeah, but it's I mean, look at the size of it. It's just a letter opener.
Well, it's a katana.
I've sharpened it a little bit, but somehow it's gotten dull again over the years.
So you throw your letters in the air and they'll open up in front of you.
Mm-hmm. It slices and dices and even makes julienne fries.
What the F are julienne fries?
I used to know.
Me too.
Lloyd, they did make swords with the wavy blade. There we go. Don is back.
I told you that my battery was dying.
Well, plug it in. Don't you have an outlet out back there?
He clearly does because he's up against the wall and he's back online.
See, Bill was clever. Bill saw exactly what happened. He didn't have to see it.
No, I mean you're right there next to your. So you have a ground fault outlet right there on the outside of your house, and you're plugged into it. It is ground faulted, right?
Oh yeah.
All outdoor outlets are ground. Got a little red. Yeah, that's. I bet you that was really great. Don skulled this now. Sorry, Don.
I've been fighting to get my headphones signed up. These little Bluetooth ones to actually connect to the iPad, and they're connected just in time.
Where the crap did that sound effect come from?
I don't know. All exterior
That's part of
outlets.
the anime sound
Well,
effects. That's a girl in rage. Mm-hmm.
You know what that sounds like, Artie? Anyway,
What?
most exterior outlets are ground fault outlets with a little red button. At least the outlet itself is ground faulted, let alone the breaker itself. But anyway, and you have a pool out there, so I'd imagine that's a ground fault break outlet.
Yep, I got several of them.
That supplies. That's part of the. Is it part of the circuit that supplies power to your pump?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm right there. I'm right
and to
there.
the pump and to the goldfish pond pump. What's up, boy?
It's like I'm in your yard.
You need a shotgun mic? XLR?
Yeah.
Yeah. What for?
Hello.
Hello.
My headset.
That's your spawn. That's your spawn right there, right?
Okay, your headset cable is cutting out for your mic on your headset.
Yeah, like the sound was cut out. Awful.
Okay.
Tired of using it.
What happened to your other mic?
It's fine. It can't reach there.
Huh. And so now you need me.
Yeah.
What kind of connection is that other mic you got? You just need a longer XLR cable?
No.
Mm.
It's on a boom arm.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna plug in the shotgun.
How are you going to mount it?
But
you're supposed to mount a boom mic or a shotgun mic? You're just going to let it dangle free? You don't want to let your shotgun mic dangle free. All the girls are going to point and laugh.
32.
This is child abuse. It's child abuse.
About eye level on the bookshelf.
Oh, there's Lucy. Yeah.
It's not child abuse if he's legally an adult.
I guess that could be argued in court.
He's your son. Don't you always consider him your child?
He's your baby.
I don't really see the family resemblance.
Me either. I'd question this. No, he looks like you. Shut up.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Not as much as your brother does, but yeah.
I see a lot of my wife in him, but he sounds like me.
You're a pig, Artie.
Yeah, it's a mosquito. Wait, what Artie do?
No dangling.
That's right, Chris.
This is
he's just going to
zone.
stick it up. He's going to use it on his racing simulator. He's got like a seat and the steering wheel and everything. He's just going to cram it up and stick it somewhere and let it just kind of hang there. I don't think you should be cramming it up and letting it hang there. That's just me. I take care of my shotgun mic. You cradle it. You treat it gently. Don't bump it too harshly. Clean it when you're finished with it. Oh my gosh.
Then what?
Put it away until you need it next time.
And you don't put it away wet.
Well, I never really get it too wet.
I don't know. I kind of spit when I talk. If you spit on it, it gets wet.
It depends on how much alcohol is in your spit.
Well, then it evaporates quicker.
I mean, you get somebody drunk, they got more alcohol in their spit, and it doesn't really hang around.
Yeah, but then it numbs it and it just ruins the whole experience. I'm going to speak of.
It really depends on what you're there for.
Where's James? Oh gosh, where'd he go? Is he gonna be back? Did he just come on to talk about his mic and then he left, or what's up?
Huh?
Your child, Don.
Oh, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got the information he needed, and he took off. He was going to use the mic while streaming a racing sim thing, or racing with friends or something. I don't know. But he's doing a racing sim, and he needed a mic.
I was never big on racing sims. Not enough death. First person
Old
shooter.
Battleship Texas has a new home.
Do what? Well, I don't have a computer to do, and so I just I'm making.
Did I drink too much so far?
They're jungle.
Oh wow! I think
Oh,
you need a little more.
That was a new bottle. Is that a lot? Am I speaking clearly?
Mine.
That's what 350 milliliters.
Yeah, it's about half gone. Yeah.
That's my mother-in-law.
375. Hi, mother-in-law. Whatever your name is, nice to meet you.
Bill says hi.
Okay.
Art says hi. Charles didn't say anything because he never does.
Oh, okay.
She seems lovely.
She is lovely.
Okay. Well, that's a great thing to be able to say about your mother-in-law. I like that.
I love my mother-in-law.
Does she cook for you?
No.
You just love her anyway.
Yeah.
Like it. Love it. She seems like a doll.
What?
Just based on her smile.
No, I'll pick him up. I did a demonstration a minute ago on the live stream. On cornhole, yes.
Who's the cornhole champion? Mother-in-law, whatever her name is, mother-in-law? Because you didn't actually introduce us to her, so, you know. What's her name?
Don, what's your
mother-in-law's name?
No, I'm sorry, what?
What is your mother-in-law's fucking name? What's her name?
I don't know if she has a different name for that.
What?
She might have a pseudonym. I don't know, and I don't want to know.
What is wrong with you? Oh, that's too funny. What is her name? You said this is my mother-in-law, and you never told us her name.
Her name is Paula. Hey,
Paula.
Paula.
Hey, Paula.
You knew I was going to do that. God damn it.
Yep.
Paula was my grandmother's name on my mother's side. My step-grandmother. I loved her. She was a pain in the ass. Hey, Paula. We'll tell Paula we said it was lovely to meet her. I don't know why I needed to know her name, but, you know. I mean, you told her my name.
You're real.
What?
I guarantee she doesn't even think you're real.
You told her my name.
She probably thinks you're a video game or something.
You told her my name. She smiles at video games and says hello?
No, she smiles and humors me.
If she does that, she needs medication. Oh, it's a video game. Hi,
Paula.
Fake things on the screen.
No, Don's pretending he has friends. Hello, Don's fake friend.
How much is that?
Bill said it was nice.
Window.
Here's the thing. You can tell she's from Missouri, and she's from the middle of the country where good people reside, because she had no idea what you were about to do. You pointed the phone at her. She had no idea what we were or who we were, and she gave us a big, warm smile and said hello.
Why?
I mean, this may sound trivial, but that's the difference between good people and not so good people.
I think most people are good people.
So do I. I think by far the majority are good people, or want to be, at least. Try to be. Bob Casey, brother Bob. Speaking
Hey,
of good people, hi,
Bob.
brother Bob. But anyway, she just came out to see what the hell you're up to, and you're like throwing people at her from all over the country.
She came out she followed my wife out to take a look at the deck. I've been out here on the deck today.
Oh,
She's been inside while everybody else came out here.
That's the first time she saw your deck?
Well, you know, you can laugh all you want to, but my wife and my mother-in-law are both on my deck right now.
You're a talented man.
Well, I wasn't sure if my deck was going to be sturdy enough, but my wife helped me erect it.
But is that the first? Seriously, is that the first time she saw your deck?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. I want to hear her response.
She saw my deck last year, but it looked old and nasty then. It's been refurbished.
I would like to hear her reaction to your brand new deck. And I did say deck, my friend.
Hey, there's Ron's in the chat. Hey, Ron.
So you have aluminum soffits.
But not everybody deserves happiness.
That's something new I know about Donnie is aluminum soffits.
Mm-hmm.
So do I. See, we have something in common.
They may be softer, but
you have aluminum soffits. You have vinyl siding, which is supposedly like TG. You know, the
I have edible underwear.
Now, do you have
those Anderson windows?
No skid treads on your deck?
It's grooved a little bit, you know.
I used to sell construction material. I was a contractor.
You don't want to. It's got some texture to the deck here. You don't want to. When it gets wet, you don't want it to be too slick.
Oh, okay.
I always like that siding, but I can't have it down here. Sun's too hot. You can't. You're stupid if you do vinyl siding down here because it'll sag and look like shit in no time at all. Then I had aluminum siding in Pennsylvania, and every time it got really hot and the sun came up, you heard it expand. You hear tick 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 tick. It would wake you. It would wake you up, and it was like an alarm clock. It would wake you up in the morning.
The lawn had to go and make it dirty.
Of course, that's what he does.
We were having a nice, innocent conversation about my new deck.
Oh. Line.
And he had to come in with some rude and crass double entendres.
I am ashamed and a little embarrassed for you.
I just, I mean, I thought Artie's channel brought people of a certain caliber, class. I guess he lets anybody.
We don't have class
what
here.
God's name would make you think that? What evidence have you seen that would make you think that?
Yeah, I feel sorry for Art for even coming on here. You were on here. I shouldn't have come on because you and we're not content to just run your channel off the rail. We have to come to Art's channel and run it off the rails too.
Yeah.
Well, Art's channel. I mean, the rails weren't even there to begin with. I mean, what rails? What do we?
Yeah.
What,
we got handicap rails.
We did do some
for us short people.
I can't even comment on that because it's just wrong. We did talk about drones briefly.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
You got your firmware updated?
Talked about whether or not you should update your firmware.
Yeah.
I have not flown my drone for a while. It's not. I haven't even updated the registration on it. But if they're pushing back the remote ID, I might go ahead and update.
There you go.
Because I fly a Mini, and there's no way I'd be able to strap something on that, and might as well get a new drone. So I was like, I won't register it.
Oh. If you
Wait,
get
wait,
an Air
what do you have?
2, it's got ADS-B.
Which Mini do you have now?
I just have the first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at the art. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna need to.
God,
You're gonna need a strap on for that.
There's nothing wrong with that drone. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, it's still a good drone, especially for just doing what I shoot.
Perfectly good drone.
Yeah, you're in Missouri. You don't have people for miles. They're going, hey, I think Don's flying again.
You do realize Missouri has some very, very large cities and urban areas, right?
Yeah, it's called St. Louis and Kansas City.
There is
And
that.
you have a Springfield.
Springfield.
And then I think our area comes in like number 4 or 5.
There's a lot of
Did you
highly
know
populated
that
areas in Missouri.
every state has a Springfield?
Hawaii does?
It's probably got a Hawaiian name for it.
He has no ideas.
No, it's a bunch of states,
yeah,
but
it's called
Springfield.
Springfield.
We got Springfield,
Hawaii.
Colorado.
Yeah, so you say the hard vowels, you know. There it is. You're so full of crap, Artie. Is there a Springfield, Florida?
Probably.
Probably. See again with the probably.
He stated
in every state of the union.
stated as a fact that every state.
Mm-hmm.
Hawaii does?
I've heard
Probably.
that. It was on the internet.
Oh, it must be true. Let's see. Springfield.
That's why The Simpsons has said it's Springfield.
Well, yeah, because nobody can figure out what state they're in. Springfield, Florida. Springfield, Hawaii. No. There's a Springfields, but it's an area. It's not a city. Okay, let's try Florida. Yes, there's a Springfield, Florida. Look at that. Maybe the story is continental United States.
Maybe. Continental.
Yeah, could be.
Try Utah.
There's no Springfield, New Mexico.
There you go, Artie. It's not continental either. You've just failed on another front.
I went to New Mexico. Nope.
CSI Bill caught you.
I just, went to states that have a lot of Spanish.
Okay.
There is a Utah.
I stand corrected. 34 states have Springfield.
Well, last I checked, there's 50 states. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he said out of 50 states.
What? What did he say?
34 of them have Springfield. I stand corrected.
Oh, yeah. Actually, if we're talking about continental U.S., that would mean all the states except for Hawaii. And if we're talking about contingent states, that would be all the ones except for Hawaii and Alaska. That's just answering the trivia there.
Well, Jody says there's Springfield, Michigan.
Continue. I can't think of the word. Contiguous. That's the word I was thinking of.
Contiguous.
I'm like the brain. It's not working.
Speaking of which, there is no Springfield, Alaska either. I checked. Yet.
I got mosquitoes all over the place out here, and
mosquitoes?
Get inside.
Mosquitoes in Missouri? They're not eaten by the giant mayflies that live there?
Besides, those would have been out earlier in the spring.
In Springfield.
I'm not making up this story. Like I said, it's been a long time and I don't remember everything correctly, but I do remember driving across the country when I was 19 years old with my first ex-wife and remembering different things that I was really
Wait, this sounds like the beginning of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No, I was wowed by certain things, and one of them was the Ozarks, and it was in Missouri that I saw them. And then I went through.
Was it in Missouri or Missouri?
Pretty sure it was one or the other. And then I went through a tornado on the way out because
that's fun.
Yeah, because in 1980 there was a huge heat wave which started right when we left northeastern Pennsylvania, and we drove through a tornado on the way out and a tornado on the way back, and one was in Oklahoma.
Yep.
And the other was in either Kansas. I forget. It was just crazy weather. I do remember seeing dry lightning in Texas in the Panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
Driving across Texas, and right by the road, seeing because they had lightning arresters, lightning rods along the highway because there was nothing else for miles around. Was that 40? Route 40? Does that sound right? In any case,
yeah.
Right, I mean, it literally, like your hair raised up. It was literally like right there, and saw the tornado, and it was amazing to me to see weather like that, and it wasn't even raining. And on the way out, there was so much rain through the one tornado that turned out to be like 6 miles from where we were. If you looked, because it was back in the day, we didn't have GPS; we had maps. I'm looking at the map, and I'm looking at the mile markers, and I knew where I was because I could read a map because people can't do that anymore. And I was looking at that, and it's like, wow, this is tearing up a town. It's like 6 miles from here. And we refused to stop driving in our Volkswagen Rabbit. And the rain was so heavy that you actually had to watch the wiper because there was about 2 inches of space that you could see.
What year was this?
1980.
Okay. See, the only rabbit I can think of by the time is a Volkswagen. It's an Eddie. Well, the windshield viper's beating up.
Yeah, no, it was a 76 Rabbit, actually. So it was fairly new. But it's stick and no AC. I'm driving across. We went to Flagstaff, which was the only glimpse I had of the Grand Canyon. And then drove south on...
Bill's driving with his life away.
17, I think.
He didn't like her anyway.
And remembering that even at 65 miles an hour, you put your hand out the window and the air felt like a hairdryer. It was so hot. I remember, that's wow. Oh my God, how hot it is. And they had a swamp cooler in their house, which put it in the high 80s, which seemed great. And they had a pool, which I spent a lot of time in. Those are the memories I had. That and going to Nogales. I drove south through Tucson and went to Mexico. And it's the only time I've ever left the country, was to barely walk across the border and go to a little tourist trap because Nogales is on both sides of the border. And go to these little stands that had, paintings on velvet and marble chess sets and leather goods.
Large ass sombreros.
I bought a leather cowboy hat and a marble chess set. And we decided after the day was over, me and my Canadian first wife just were on our way back, and they stopped us at, of course, at immigration. And we went through, and I had a I had a package that was a marble chess set wrapped up in brown paper and twine. It looked like a brick of hash. What is that? It's a chess set. Okay. Okay, no problem. American citizen? Yes. Okay, no problem. My asshole ex-wife. American citizen? No, I'm Canadian. Oh, where's your green card? She had it. She could have we just got married. She couldn't say she was American. No, because when she was 16, she'd been in the United States at the time when she was 25. And she kept renewing her green card instead of becoming a citizen, even though she hadn't been in Canada for many, many years. And she left it in Pennsylvania. And I sat there at the border for like 8-9 hours.
So long, hon.
Sat there waiting for her to clear her, and it was just, they finally let her go through. I mean, because it wasn't like we were terrorists or anything, but I imagine because she was a sport. I imagine she got through somehow. Thinking back on how she was. And we got through. But anyway, that's my story. That's the only time I ever left the country, was to buy a marble chess set and a cowboy hat, and have my
and a velvet painting.
My ex, service some Mexican for federal. I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was in the waiting room for 8 hours because she couldn't just say yes. All she had to say was American. Okay. There's that. That's my charming, disgusting story.
There you go. Don decided to go in. Because he's eating,
I decided to turn the light.
Alive. Oh, turn on the light. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Huh. Yep.
Well, now you're really going to draw the bugs.
Yeah, but they're going to be over there.
By what? The light. Oh, good idea.
Yeah, I put it a little bit away from me. Give myself a nice little key light here, make it look dramatic.
Cool, Kat. I didn't have the kind of money for something like that. This chess set was just a little 10-inch by 10-inch.
Yeah.
It wasn't elaborate. It was
carved
made of
square.
Mexican marble, which was very common.
Not soapstone?
No, I don't know. Could have been. Looked like marble to me. They said it was marble. I just, okay.
Yeah.
And
I never liked it. I never liked those. I had one. I ended up giving it away. And I agree with him. Ornate chess sets, they're nice for people who collect chess sets, but for people who play chess set, go for just a standard Staunton style piece.
Right. I like the plastic standard, what's the standard chess set called?
Staunton,
right. Classic Staunton chess set, but, with plastic pieces with felt on the bottom. Done.
Yeah, I've got a magnetic board. My dad, he had it. I mean, as long as I can remember, he had this board, and he taught me how to play chess on it. And I played him every week, at least once a week, until I was in high school. I learned in grade school and played all through high school until I finally beat him. And then after that, it was around 50-50. But he ended up giving it to me. So this chessboard, well, I'm 53, and he had it before I was around. So
it was reasonably priced, and I tell you, it was so easy to get a good deal. There was a black velvet painting of a sunset. I was like, we're not getting any black velvet paintings for our walls. That's ridiculous. And she kind of liked it, and they see that, in these things. Okay, it's only $70, no problem, and they start working. By the time we left, it was like $18. It's like, oh, I don't know. And it came down.
They probably only had 5 in it.
We didn't buy it, and he thought we were joking. And we finally left. I had to drag her out of there, because she showed a little bit of interest in it. And anyway, that was it. But the cowboy hat, I paid too much for, I'm sure, because I liked it right from the get. I probably paid like $30. Probably could have had it for $7. My ex, my present wife, and I don't know if it's from being born and growing up in a third world country, the Philippines. I take her to flea markets. She is the best at beating the shit out of these.
I cannot haggle for nothing. I just
is that
tell me what price it is so I can go home.
Is it? Can you do any better? No. Okay, here's my money. My wife.
I want it for what you're saying.
She'll curse at them. Fuck you. That's ridiculous. Oh, keep it. Hey, no, wait, don't wait. They draw her back, and she's the best. She's so good at that, and that's a common thing.
Oh, your Filipino wife? Oh yeah, those Asians. Ooh, they love to haggle.
Yeah, she's the best. When I go to the flea market, I take her because, because here's the thing: there's another booth, three booths, and we're gonna check the other booth. And they'll have the same thing for whatever. Could be twice as much money, but this guy doesn't know that. And I don't know. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. No, fuck, $1. She go. It's $17. $1. I should yell at their face, and she'll get it for $2, and they think they won. Yeah, it's kind of fun watching her work, actually.
Backgammon's a good game too.
Backgammon's a good game.
It is.
The little bit of luck in playing the odds and like that makes it maybe a little less cerebral, but not necessarily.
Yeah,
it's more mathematical.
With chess, you can't ever say I got unlucky in that roll. chess, everything is on the board, person versus person.
Yep.
That's why it's a better strategy game. But backgammon is fun.
It's fun.
For the
Yeah, it
simple-minded.
is fun. I used to play my parents quite a bit.
And backgammon, that's why you do a series. You don't play a game. You play
Right.
best of. You play best of to even out the odds with the dice.
Yeah, and you have your betting die, so you can, you're playing some odds. Yeah.
Doubler. You're doubler. Yep.
Yeah.
Mahjong.
what-
I used to know how to play mahjong. I don't remember.
I do it on the computer.
Yeah, I used to have it
What
on the
is the
computer.
name of that card game where you have the board where you move
Blackjack. Cribbage.
You got a board with a bunch of holes
Cribbage.
and you cribbage. Yes, I used to play that quite a bit.
Never played it.
That was a fun.
Is anybody in the chat? Is anybody an old Italian? And have you ever heard of the card game called Brisk or Briscola? If anybody knows what I'm talking about, hit me up because I would like to learn. My it's like an Italian bridge. And
Did I look that up for you, Bill?
did we discuss this in the past?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometime within the last year.
Bill's so cute. He doesn't know that every stream we talk about the same thing.
They would play, and I'd watch them play, and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me as a kid. And they would get together and play that game, and they just loved it. And I'd like to figure it out someday. I don't know why nobody will play me. I mean, I like spades.
Spades, yeah.
I was never a bridge player either, but I like to learn that. But Brisk is kind of like Italian. It's like Italian bridge, right? You play with a partner. Brisk. Cool. I don't know. People don't play card games. It's all digital. You know, I don't know if you guys were on my channel last week. Some of you were. Don, you were there. PSI 5 Trading Company. Yes, you were. PSI 5 Trading Company works. After I got offline and I rebooted Steam, my Commodore 64 video game, it works. It's so cool. I'm able to play it now. I
So you're playing it on the emulator?
It's not hard. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not an easy game to play. You pick a
Pack of peppers.
You're like Han Solo. You're trying to transfer a load.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
From one area of space to another. You would pick different paths. And if you picked a specific path, you would get less money. You pick the more dangerous path, you'd make more money.
That's what her pimp said.
And you would pick a crew, and you would read their resume as what they were good at, what they were bad at, what they were. You pick your crew, and you go through the. And depending on how independent they were, they would report back to you. I mean, for the time, really, really fun game. But it's PSI 5 Trading Company, works on my computer. I haven't played it yet. I started it up and started messing around with it. I was like, oh God, this is how this worked. I forgot this. And you're going to, and then things would start attacking you, and you would have to communicate with the engineer to do this, this, and this, or not, depending how good the engineer, because you can only get such a good engineer. Your crew would die if you didn't pay good enough attention to them, because you'd have to send the engineer to weaponry to make sure the weaponry life support was working. The weaponry guy, the best guy, had the biggest attitude, would just stop shooting because you were ordering around too much. You would tell him to switch weapons because whatever was attacking you, the best results were with a specific weapon that either he wasn't as good at it or he didn't like using. I mean, it was just, it was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad I have it. It was $8, so thank you.
Cool.
Whoever told me I could get it. The graphics are terrible. You know, it's not a high end. It's reacting
Commodore
quickly.
64.
Yeah, I mean, well, even the porting to play it on a real PC, it still looks the same. It still acts the same, reacts the same. It doesn't matter. It's not about the graphics. It's about what you're doing to get to the end. If you take too long to get to wherever you're going, even if you survive, you're transporting grananas, and after a certain period of time, they start to spoil, and then how much money you are making in your chip starts to reduce. I mean, the whole thing was it's a lot of fun. It just is.
Cool. Sounds like fun.
PS5 trading company.
Huh? What?
For my
That sounds
Commodore
really cool.
64 that I played in 1986. 1986, 14 and 23, 33, 37 years ago. I think I played on the silly machine I have now. Yeah. The first Resident Evil on PS1. You know, I've never had consoles. Well, I have. That's a lie. We had some consoles. But once consoles got to be as expensive as a PC, I stopped. I didn't do it. I would buy the consoles for the kids, actually. And then instead, I started buying PCs for the kids because they could play games if they want to, but they could use the PC for schoolwork.
Right.
And back then, now you could do both with either. But I stopped buying the PS1s.
The SNES was the best console. Yeah. Well, Sega was pretty good. The Sega Saturn was pretty good.
What was the best? The little handheld. What do you call it? I paid for like $400 for it. It was a handheld. Is full color. No, it wasn't Nintendo. Huh?
Simon?
No, it was way ahead of its time. Simon.
You're holding up your hands like the big controller with the 4 buttons.
No, it was the entire game. It was about that big. Entire game. And it had maybe a
Sega.
Game Boy?
Thank you, Brett.
PSP.
I had the... Did you read Brett's response? Did you, Don? Yeah, it's a PS...
No, I don't have the comments open.
The original PSP was $400, and
PlayStation. Oh, yeah,
$400 back then when the PSP came out. You could buy a pretty damn good computer, believe it or not, for $400 back then. It's a long time ago, there, Haas. And that game was just so far ahead of anything else that was out there. The color screen on it, the graphic. I mean, everything was just. You could still play that to this day, and it's still an enjoyable experience. You have 2 and 30 games. Yeah, well, they're still good. I had the Sega Dreamcast too. I think that was the last console I bought. But I'm old. The original PSP. What year did that come out?
Oh, Sonic. Yeah.
PlayStation Portable.
Sonic was good on the Sega Saturn. That was always fun.
It was released in December 2004 in Japan. Where's U.S., fuckers? Oh, U.S. 2004 to 2014. $249, $250. I paid $400 for that thing.
Oh, you paid too much.
No, I didn't buy the original. They're not accurate with that. I'm telling you, it was $399. Because I will not forget that. That's what it cost. Maybe it came with a game. But compared to everything else on the market, it was so ahead of its time because it had a color screen. I mean, it looked great. North America, the 3,000, 4,000.
We got Marcel off active. Good to see you.
Hey, Marcel.
Get some of those Canucks from the other side of the country.
I know I bought it for my kids, so it was a long time. It wasn't 2014. That's ridiculous. That's not right. How was it?
Hey, kitty cat. Come here. Come here, kitty cat.
He's in
Yeah,
the chat.
it was a great device. He had a good time with it, and I was, can't.
Let's see the kitty.
Cat's trying to trick me into letting her in so she can get stuff.
PSP, $400 in the early 2000s could buy you a decent computer. Not counting the monitor, but yeah.
Oh, Marcel is now. Oh, he's been a member for 2 months.
For 2 months.
Thank you.
God dig.
Yeah.
I shall return.
Return to what?
Oh.
Speaking of cats, my sister got a kitten this week. So now she's got 2 cats. And this little kitten is so cute. Yeah. And her name is Sassy. Short for sassafras. And she is 8 weeks old. And her other cat, Bosco, 4 months for a Lambo. Okay, her other cat, it will be 13 this month.
Dang. We got a cat coming up on 12, but we have another one here that's about 2 years old.
Oh, cool. So the kitten, the older cat, they're getting along okay. They're not hissing at each other. But the little kitten likes to jump on the big cat, give him the play. Mark
Here's the big cat
Sullivan, member for 5 months. So her other cat's name is Bosco. And the little kitten is a tabby.
Bosco, named after the cartoon?
Either the cartoon or the drink that who was it that had the drink called Bosco? It was a chocolate drink.
I know that. I know you.
Was that Seinfeld? Or was that Everybody Loves Raymond?
That would probably be. I think that would be Everybody Loves Raymond.
Okay. Yep.
Well, come here. Come here. If you come here first, I might think about letting you in. Come here. Kitty cat. Come here. Hey.
Well, Bill, I think we're about ready to wrap it up here.
Wrap it up?
I don't read the chat. I'm sorry. Wait, Bob Casey is criticizing me, which hurts me severely. He said, "I don't read the chat. I read selective chat." No, I look over on occasion. I should look more often. What did I miss?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Somebody said it was Seinfeld. George Costanza.
Oh, yeah.
Can't stand you.
I thought it was.
You said can't stand you.
Can't stand you.
What's that got to do with reading the chat?
Well, that was the name of my sister's older cat. Yep.
I read the chat. Don't be like that, Bob. You're hurtful.
So everybody in the chat, thanks for coming.
Oh, he asked me if I ever played Tonk. No, I didn't play Tonk. But I
So,
remember.
have a great Labor Day weekend. Be safe. Always wear your sunglasses when you're fishing. Otherwise, you'll get a hook in your eye. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget, tomorrow is 3 Conservative Gimps with Lloyd and Charles and me. So take care and be safe out there.